Namaskaram to all of you. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, Baba.
Generally,
Namaskar.
in the
Namaskar.
earlier, the first class when we had 3 weeks back, we started with Guru and Ganesha slokas. I wanted to come back to the Guru sloka. When we look at it, some of the people asked me some questions on I am mentioning about science in some of the slokas. So there are some people who are interested to know slokas. I just casually mentioned during the Guru Vandanam also. It says that it has got a medicine for cataract. So I thought it would be better after some slokas on Bhagavad Gita we did, something on Nitya Sloka we did, some things on like Bhakti we did. So I thought few slokas we will pick it up which are related to science. So have this question in the sloka which is on the Guru Vandana. Atnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalagaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Atnana Timirandasya. Atnanam is like a Timiram. That means during those time when this poet wrote this poetry, he was aware of the disease called Timiram. That's where we are looking for science in the sloka. Timiram is cataract. So when we chant this sloka, there is science within that. Atnana Timirandasya. Atnanam is like a cataract. So if somebody, a poet says it is like cataract, that means cataract was a common disease during those days. That is what is called in poetry, what is called a simile. I take example from the society, what is available around me, and then bring it into my poetry. So Atnana Timirandasya. Atnanam, not having knowledge, is like a Timiram. And what is the medicine for Timiram? That is what the next line. Jnananjana Shalakaya. Jnanam is like a kajal. That's what it says. Jnanam is like a kajal which is applied for the disease called Timiram, cataract. So that means during those days, for cataract, Kajal was the medicine. Kajal is one of the medicines used for people who had eyesight problem. Even today when somebody wanted to treat, it is only surgery. Remove that small layer of skin which is like a cataract, is like a skin layer which is covering your eyes, that need to be removed. So those days cleaning up of the eye was with a medicine. That means once upon a time India had medicine for cataract, and that was like a kajal. You apply in your eyes, you can be cured. So this shows science with it. Right? Atnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaskaram to that Guru who gives me the ability to see things clearly. So what is the role of a Guru is also explained indirectly. The role of a guru is to make things clear. So his vision will be clear. And what is to be shown? Probably a sloka which I have not explained earlier. That sloka is Akhanda Mandalakaram. Akhanda Mandalakaram. The Lord who is in the form of the whole universe. Akhanda Mandalakaram. Akhandam. That means seamless. Without any break. It is not that this part and that part. It is whole. As one. There is no partition. Akhandam. Without a partition. Mandalakaram. It's like the cosmic Milky Way galaxy sort of a thing. How is it? Vyaptam. Vyaptam is which is extended, too vast, large extension. The spatial distribution is too huge. Vyaptam. Ena characharam. What is there? There is charam and acharam, which has got the ability to move, is called charam. Acharam is non-moving. What is non-moving? Not living. Whichever has life can also move. Whichever has life, it can grow. Which is growing, which is not growing. Which is moving, which is not moving. Which has life, which doesn't have life. So both manifestation. It is spread all through. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. A guru who is going to show me that energy, that feat, that experience, that ultimate. And Guru is the person who gives me that knowledge of the whole universe, whether it has life or doesn't have life. The so vast universe. Guru is one who is going to show me that. Namaskaram to that Guru who gives me that knowledge. So here two things. One, the greatness of the Guru. Second, we knew that it is not one earth which is visible, is not the earth alone. The universe is much beyond the earth, and which has got charam and acharam, movable and immovable, which has life and non-life. Everything has got energy, because that energy, when I make it realize, that means every non-living also has got some energy within that. Though it may not be moving fundamentally as a whole material, but there is something moving in that also. Charam and acharam. The duality is moving and non-moving. See the categorization? The categorization is based on living and non-living. All of them has that energy. That means for non-living also there is an energy within that. See, this is what is two types of energy in physics which we learn. Kinematic energy and potential energy. There are only two energies. The whole energy in physics is only divided into two, kinematic and potential. Finished. This sloka talks about the physics energy concept, moving energy and non-moving energy, static energy and potential energy, kinematic energy and static energy, dynamic and non-dynamic. There are only two types of activity: dynamic activity, non-dynamic activity, potential energy and kinetic energy. All together there is only one energy. The total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. That energy is the whole energy. That is what the source of the universe. What a beautiful sloka is this, which talks about physics in one. Akhanda Mandalakaram. If you want, you could repeat. Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri
तस्मै
Gurave Namaha. Now don't chant this sloka without having the concept of science within you. Ajnanatimidandasya
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन
चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारम्
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं
व्याप्तं येन चराचरम्
व्याप्तं येन चराचरं
तत्पदं दर्शितं येन
तत्पदं दर्शितं येन
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
So I think this could be one of the most used sloka. There are many more. When we talk about the universe, which is Akhanda Mandalakaram, what comes in my mind is Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan Atma Guhayam Nihitosya Janto. It is there in living and non-living. And this sloka says Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. When Anu is the smallest of the thing which we can think about or study about. Smaller than the smallest. Anoraniyan. Smaller than the smallest. Anu is small. Anoraniyan means the smaller than the smallest. That smaller than the smallest. Mahato Mahiyan. The bigger than the biggest. Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan Apto Guhayan Nihitosya Jantu. Where? Everywhere. Inside the guha. And in that guha. And in every jantu. Every big and small animal. Every small person and the big person. Every small animal and the big animal. The smallest of the smallest and the biggest of the biggest. Who stays? That energy. That Bhagavan says. So there are many such occasions where it is explained. One of the most important. Where is Bhagavan? The question is Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan Apta Guhayam Nihitosya Janto. Inside the cave of each one of us, inside every atom, inside every molecule. And that energy is the source of the whole universe. When I think about it, what comes is in Kalidasa's Kumara Sambhavam. Kalidasa's Kumara Sambhavam, where I don't know whether I mentioned earlier or not. The universe generation, we keep saying Big Bang theory, new invention. But even before the new invention of Big Bang theory, the proposal of Big Bang theory, Kalidasa maybe 1800 years back, 400 AD, maybe Vikramaditya's time, Brahmagupta's time, he mentions in Kumara Sambhavam, one of his textbook, not that he says Big Bang theory is there. He says Prabhavastasya iti dhiyate. That knowledgeable people speak like this. Prabhavastasya. Those who have prabhava, those who have knowledge, those who have intelligence, those who are great people. Those scientists says, what is that the scientist says? Yadamokham apamanda ruptam bijam ajatvaya adascharacharam vishwam. Yadamokham apam andaruptam bijam. The whole thing what is seen in the universe, the Vishwam. Ajatvaya adaschara charam Vishwam. Which the charam and acharam, what is part of the Vishwam, everything came from one bijam, one small bijam. Who says this? This is only a casual mention. Why a poet like Kalidasa could mention that everything in the universe came with a small bijam and it expanded to this? How could he mention that? That he could mention because he heard some great scientists were talking like this. That means he had reference books in which these were mentioned. So this is only a casual. We cannot say this is science. But the mention of such science existence was also kept. If you look at Patanjali Yoga Sutram, also gives some small mention. That maybe Patanjali is BC 200 probably. The Patanjali Yoga Sutram, most of the Yoga Sutra which is mentioned as yoga by the Yogacharyas, so-called Yogacharyas, who are marketing yoga and making money and selling it with a lot of adulteration. They keep mentioning Patanjali. You must ask them this question. Do Patanjali talks about evolution theory? Yes. Darwin would have spoken 1800, maybe 400, 600 years back. That is where we know evolution theory. This is 2000. So 1850. 2021. So it's only 170 years back. Less than 200 years. That's it. The science of evolution theory is known to the modern world only less than 200 years. Darwin. But that evolution theory is available in Patanjali Yoga Sutram, which is written BC 200. What does it say? Jatyanda parinamam prakrityat purat. Jatyanda parinamam. The change is unstoppable and that is called parinama. Parinama Siddhantam is called evolution theory. Parinama Siddhantam, evolution theory. Jatyanda parinam. As it takes birth, it keeps on changing. Jatyanda parinamam prakrityat purat. That's part of the prakriti. That's part of the nature. Change is part of the nature. And it keeps changing. What a great knowledge. Are we not proud that we are part of this great knowledge system where such treasure of knowledge is there? When that is what the difference between learning and hearing, educating and learning. Today also when I sent this message, immediately somebody asked, will you give e-certificate? Everybody wants certificate. What? I taught Indian scientific heritage, some slokas and give a certificate what I taught. And what they will do, they will frame it and start teaching tomorrow onwards or what. Everybody wants certificate. I don't know what for the certificate is required. Even when I give food and they eat, I will have to give a certificate. Yes, I gave food. What is that? Everybody wants certificate. It is not knowledge. So immediately I answered, yeah, certificate I can give. Probably then I will ask you a lot of questions at the end of this session. Whether you understood. Make a document and send it. What you have learned from me. Then probably yes. Certification has got some meaning. Or who has value for all these certificates? Knowledge is important. We are talking about a Bharatiya Shastram in which even the authors don't credit themselves that they are the authors for that. It is not owning the authorship is not what is important. That knowledge distribution is important. Right? Because everything is changing. We have to get updated. That updation comes only when we learn. That learning, what you learn today may not be right. It is nothing wrong. Yogacharya can learn Yogasana. But they must also read more about that Patanjali's Yoga Sutram at least once. Different chapters in that which talks about how life is to be maintained. It is not a breathing technique what somebody diluted. Go to the root. Get some knowledge. Some extra knowledge every day. So this session is to give a trigger for that. Right? Now people should ask, where did you get this Anoraniyan Mahado Mahiyan? That is in the Narayana Upanishad, Mahanarayana Upanishad. So look at Mahanarayana Upanishad. So there is a book like that. So at least you learn little bit of some books names. That's also essential. It is not that the material doesn't have energy, energy doesn't have material. Everything was put together. Today biotechnology people know DNA pattern. But they don't learn about what energy the DNA has inside which makes that to work like that. So that's also available in our Upanishads. The biological energy, the life force energy, the consciousness. And the consciousness is there in each cell. Mahato Mahiyan Atma Guhayam. In that cave also it is there. So that is there in each one of the cell. That is called consciousness. And that consciousness is what makes my eye to behave like an eye. I have a consciousness. That is why I behave like this. Somebody else have got that consciousness which make them as an individual. That is why we say the sense. And some people speak senseless because they lose their identity. Their sense is lost. That as a whole body I have got a sense. But each cell in my body also have got a sense. It understands. My finger, there is a cell. It knows it is supposed to work like a finger. But same cell which is there in my eye will know the cell is inside eye, therefore I should behave like an eye. That when I go out to somewhere I behave in some style. When I come back to my house I behave in different style. When I am a teacher I behave in a different style. When I go to my guru I will be a disciple and behave like my guru's disciple. So every one of us behave in a style in which we are supposed to behave. That is called sense. When we don't do that, we are called senseless fellow. In a different place, a different sense has to be there. Similarly, every cell in my body has got an energy which understands what is that I am supposed to do. That is what is called consciousness. And that consciousness together is what makes me, when I slip, immediately I know the shoulder may hit somewhere. I should not hit my shoulder, therefore my hand will go and then try to touch the ground before my shoulder falls. Because the hand has got a consciousness. It has to react fast. Who teaches this? It's a big question. That is what the sense. It is inborn. It is learned by the self. And that consciousness is well explained. Yet chakshusha anapashyanti yena chakshumshi pashyati. That energy which is available in my eye is what helps me to view things. It is not cell. Cell is not able to see. There is a energy within cell that makes the cell to behave like that. And that energy is what is... See, when you have got a hearing that has got a specific equipment which has to vibrate so that things can be heard. So my ear has got a vibration which is to be converted as signal and energy. Eye has to convert what can be seen and convert it as energy. Then only we can see. So hearing, every sense has got a different style. Ena srotra. Sotrena na srunoti yena srotramidam srutam. That cell which cannot be used as a hearing equipment but works like a hearing equipment when the sound comes and hits in your ears. My cell doesn't have eyes, but that cell, when it remains in my eyes, will behave like a lens, will behave like a diaphragm, will behave like something which can transfer energy, and that code which takes that information to my retina, that code is out of cell and it knows it is only supposed to send the message. Ena manasa na manute ena hur mano madam. There is a manas within me which is supposed to think. It's like a processor. Each cell in my processor, the processor is the manas, which has got a cell which will not process by itself, but together all the processors together will communicate and make things to feel. See what a great mechanism, missionary is this. Each mission party has got a different role to play. Yat chakshusha pashyati yena chakshunshi pashyatihi yat srunuto na srunoti yena srotramidam srutam yat manasa manude manohur manomadam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi. That which makes this happen, that Brahma, that energy is important. Na idam yedita upasate. That energy is what I am considering as God and namaskaram to him. See, the whole life force energy, the consciousness, the biotechnological concept which runs every electron in my body goes around a neutron. Who is making this electron to go around? Answer is here. That energy. What a great mechanism. Understanding this. Where is the consciousness? Now this is mango season. The small mango which falls from the tree. You cut, 100% sure there will be a small black hole inside that. Some portion would have got, some kidam will be there. Some anu will be there. Some bio life will be there. That is what is making the butterfly or the bee, when the flowering time it goes and puts egg there. And the flower becomes a mango, that becomes a small worm. And that worm will become exactly matured enough the time when the mango ripes. What is the consciousness of the butterfly and the bee and the flies which knows that I have to put my egg here so that the time of my kid becomes a worm, the sufficient mango would have become a mango so that the worm can eat that. The most smelling mango tree, the flower is more smelling, the mango is more tastier. Very simple mechanism. That is where the sweetness, the get attraction by each living being and non-living being has got this consciousness. If you call the egg is non-living, how does it know? When to break the egg, the chicken comes out. How does it know that there is a small air left inside the egg? When you take an egg, you see that small air will be there. Small portion of the egg has got air. And when the chicken has to come out, it takes a deep breath and then smashes. If that energy, that air is not, that's why it is called a prana. That air is not given inside the egg by the Brahma, 100% egg will not be broken by the chicken. So the egg is produced in such a fashion, when it becomes chicken, it needs an air. What a great invention, what a great discovery, what a great method of making things in this world. Is that Brahma? Who is that Brahma? That Brahma also doesn't have this. But there is something within that energy, that consciousness for the Brahma. The creator has got a creativity within him. That is also the same energy which each one of my cell has. That's why Mahato Mahiyan. Whether it is the biggest of the biggest, if you think God is the biggest, Brahma is the biggest, what energy the Brahma has, same energy the cell which Brahma created also has. So we are all part of that small energy. And people say that just because somebody says don't believe this, just because I am quoting some text, because it looks like the text name is science related, don't. Just because I have a BSc, MSc, PhD in science, don't believe. It always says Bharatiya Shastram should not be believed. Tarka Shastram is more important. You can argue. But argue only when you are able to read and understand and logically able to look at it. Yukti yuktamubadeyam vachanam balakadabi. What is science? Science is logic. So this sloka says everything is logic. Without logic, no. Don't believe. Any quoting, anything given in the name of God also don't believe. Why? Yukti yuktam ubadeyam. Yukti yuktam. With logic. Look at it logically, every bit of it. Use your ubadi, your methodology. Don't take somebody's methodology. Vajanam balakatapi. Even a small kid is trying to explain something to you. Listen to that carefully. Logically think about it. Anyatranamavatyajyam apyuktam brahmakatapi. Even Brahma comes and tells you. Don't believe. Look logically. What value is to be given? Non-logical expression of anything. If Brahma comes and tells something and you logically think about it and says that no, it's not correct, what value you have to give? Just because Brahma says don't value it high. Anyat tranamavatyajam. Give the value of grass. Those days grass did not have value, but today grass also has value. That is why probably which we value everything. Information overload is the biggest problem. And people don't have time to logically analyze. Forward is the general practice. Forward everything. Without even reading, forward it. When I send this message, it's so beautiful. No, immediately somebody will ask, when is the lecture? See that it's already written there. When is the time, which day, which year, which month, which time, which is the link for joining. All that they will not see. Immediately ask, where is the link? Said it's there. You ask for link, I will send it. But still, read once. If you are interested, I am 100% sure number is also given there. They can send a WhatsApp message. They can save the number. That also will not be done. So, everything has to be read, understood, analyze, critically analyze. That is what is yukti. Critically analyze. With your vivekam, with your vivechana buddhi. Viveka vivechana buddhi. That is must. Then make that knowledge yours. And that ability is what everyone should have. That is what? Yukti yuktam upadeyam vachanam balakatapi anyatranamavatyajyam apyuktam brahmakatapi. Now, when we were just diverting when I was talking about the Mahasankalpa, like Anoraniyan, Mahado Mahiyan. That is probably scientifically Upanishad mantras and all. But where do we hear this every day? If at all you are going to any temple for doing any puja, I am 100% sure when you give an offering, the pujari will take that and then go inside. Whatever money you give, whatever donation or bribe, whatever name you wanted to call. Or maybe you will take some payasam, maybe jaggery or maybe honey or sugar, whatever you want to offer to Bhagavan. All that the pujari will take inside the sanctum sanctorum, go closer to the god statue, and what he does, everyone starts with the Mahasankalpam. What is the Mahasankalpam? Samasta Duridamaya Vairagya Siddhyartham Sri Parameshwarartham Adi Vishnu Adi Narayanasya Ajindaya Abarimeya Shakta Priya Manasya Aneka Kodi Brahmandana Madhye. It goes like that. Why are you doing it? Most important, which word I like inside that is Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami. Why am I offering this offering to Bhagavan? Vairagya Siddhyartham. Without expecting anything. Hey Bhagavan, without expecting anything, I am offering this to you. But what is the small chit which says, which you made it in the counter? For marriage, for Vidya, for passing 10th class, for my neighbor to die. You can do many things, right? To destroy somebody also you can do special puja. It's all. But poor person who is making the chit and funding, the paying the money in the counter, that pujari is supposed to talk to Bhagavan as a mediator, and he is supposed to tell, why? Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami. Without any expectation. Vairagyam. I don't want anything. But whatever I have, I am giving you. See, your offering is whatever I have, I am giving you. Expecting nothing. Why are we doing it? It is just to teach all of us that anything what we do has to be like an offering. Why am I doing this Google Meet without expecting anything? I should not have an expectation behind this. Then it is not an offering. Then this becomes a business, contractual agreement. That should not be there. No contract business with Bhagavan. I have to surrender. I have to offer. For whom? Parameshwarartham. I have to offer everything without expecting. That is what is called Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami. And then there is a beautiful connection given. Adi Vishnu Adi Narayanasya Aneka Kodi Brahmandanam Madhye. What do you say? Aneka Kodi Brahmandanam Madhye. How many Brahmandas are there? Kodi. So many Brahmandas are there. So many other different galaxies, Milky Way galaxies, Sauriyudham, different set of planetary systems and sun and then star could be there. Aneka Kodi Brahmandanam Madhye. Then Jambudyupe, Bharadavarshe, Bharadagande, Meroha Dakshine Parshve. How is it explained? We have got different islands. The geographical explanation. The continental movement we know. There are different plates. So each plate is explained. Jambudyupe. In that, the Eurasian plate, the Europe and Asia plate is called Jambudyupa. And Bharadavarshe, Bharadagande. In that portion which is part of the Bharat. What is Bharat? Himalayam Samarabhya Yavat Hindu Sarovaram. From the Himalaya to the Indian Ocean, which is created by God. Tam Deva Nirmitam Desham. Jambudyupe Bharadavarshe Bharadagandhi Meroha Dakshine Parshvi. From the Meru, the Kailash, the center of earth. That is what the Greenwich Meridian, we explained in one of these earlier classes. Again, we will take it up in one of the coming days. Meru is Kailash. Meroha Dakshine Parshvi. The south of Meru. Dandakaranye. Then If I am from Andhra, I have to tell Godavari Parshve, near to Godavari. See, is it not social science, geography, location, latitude, longitude, identify your position, where are you in the universe? So the concept of universe, concept of earth, in the earth portion where you belongs to, the space is explained. Now what is required? Now you need to explain. Once the space is given, you need to give you the time. Because space and time, there are two parameters. What is the time concept? Saptamata Manvantare. In 27th Manvantaras, at Ashtabhimshaditame Vartamane Kaliyuge Pradhamapade. Then we have to tell which Gotra you belong to, what name you have, and then we say that Shubhe Shobhana Muhurte, for this purpose the puja is being done. Though in the beginning they say Vairagya Siddhyartham, at the end the purpose is also mentioned by the same pujari. Don't forget it. So now Kalikalam, Manvantaram. Two time concept, the concepts of time. What is Kalikalam? 4,32,000 years is Kalikalam. 4,32,000 multiplied by 2 will be Dwapara Yuga. That means 8,64,000. And then multiply by 3 times, you will get Treta Yuga. Multiply by 4 times, you will get Satya Yuga. So 4 times plus 3 times plus 2 times plus 1. If you add Treta Yugam, Satya Yugam, Treta Yugam, Dwapara Yugam and Kali Yugam, all of them together will become 10 times. 10 times of the Kali Yuga. So that means it will become 4,32,000 multiplied by 10. It will become 43,20,000 years. The 43,20,000 years of one day or half day, daytime means only that light time. So 2 times multiplied will become equivalent to our 24 hours. One full day. Day and night. Not 24 hours date wise. The day and night together will become 2 times multiplied by 3,20,000 years. That will be 1 day for Brahma. Multiply by 365 multiplied by 120. One Purusha is 120. That will give you 1 Mahayugam. That Mahayugam, 1 Purusha is for Brahma. And such many are added together, it will become 1 Manvantara. And that Manvantara, we have already crossed many Manvantaras. So, Saptamada Manvantare, in that Manvantara, we are in the Ashtavimshatitame Vartamane Kali Yuge. In the Kali Yuga, we have only crossed Pradhama Padam, the one fourth, the beginning 1/4. But when Kali Yuga started, it started when Dwapara Yuga ended. When was that? That is the time we generally say that the end of Krishna. That is where we should say from the BC, when we write a straight line and then divide the time division. You know that Mahabharata war happened 3067 BC, November 22nd, and then further another 33 years. So you get 22nd July 3067. Then you have to go little forward. 65 years was the time when the date in which these things happened has to be understood. So it will become 3102 BC, February 18th. Now you count 3100 and 2020. So it will become less than 5120 odd years. So we have only crossed 5000 years out of 4,32,000. So we are in the Prathama Padam. So great concept of time, great concept of space. These are all part of our daily rituals. Probably we will take more on science, like now having taken the probably the Meru, whatever we have already covered in one of the days. Casually I mentioned about the longitudinal line. That also we will just refer once again. We have the longitudinal line which talks about the time. Today the division 0 degree longitude is called Greenwich. Once upon a time we had similar Greenwich or equivalent to Greenwich, or maybe we had knowledge about the earth was round and we had partitions. In that partition we had the solar system. We know that we are going around the sun. There are 4 different quadrants for earth, where some portion can be having light, sunlight, another portion can be day. The whole earth is not flat, therefore everywhere it is not same time. We have got time difference. And the starting we mentioned as Udayo yo Lengayam. Udayo yo Lengayam. In Lenga, when it is Udayam. Lenga is Sri Lanka. So Astamaya Savidureva. It becomes evening in Savidureva. The Korea, Siddhapuri, Rome, Madhyano Yavakodiyam, Romagadeshi. Romagadesham, Yavakodi. Those places where the Yavas are living. That's how the categorization. America. It could be sunlight. Where Romagadesham, Madhyan. Vishaye Ardharatram Syat. The other side. Ardharatra. It can be midnight. So this same sun in Siddhapura, which is in the evening. Lenga, it is in the morning. In Yavakodi, it is Madhyana. In Rome, it is Ardha. Night, midnight, Ardharatram. Romaga Vishaye Ardharatram. In Rome, it is midnight. That means we had the concept of light moving around earth, the sunlight moving around earth. That means sun goes around earth or the earth rotating by itself. The concept of change in time was part of our knowledge. There are a lot of such mentions. Most of them are in the Aryabhadiyam, Shishyadhi Vriddhi Tantram. That's another textbook which can be referred. Aryabhadiyam is good enough. If somebody wanted to refer and learn, Aryabhadiyam is the earliest probably, where science are dealt, time and space is dealt equally. Maybe another one which earlier I mentioned probably is what is that? which talks about our Khajuraho. We have got a line which draws from Khajuraho to Lanka. Lanka Vatsyapura. Lanka is one place. Vatsyapura is Khajuraho. One stick in Lanka, another stick in Vatsyapuri. Khajuraho. Put a straight line. Lanka Vatsyapura Vandi Sthaneshwara Suralayan. Keep a thread which ties both Lanka and Vatsyapura, and that when you tie a sura, a thread, avagahyastidhareka deshandara vidayani, that which connects both is called deshandara vidayani, the partition of the globe. This is from Bhaskariyam, Laghu Bhaskariyam. When is Laghu Bhaskariyam written? Maybe 1700 years back. AD 522. Laghu Bhaskariyam explains this. Right? So there are mentions of different time by different scientists of India who had taken the source of the Vedic knowledge, rewritten of all of them, many of them, into different textbooks. Langayam Yegam Shangugilam Pradishtabhya. There are so many in the Laghu Bhaskariyam, and the interpretations on that, explaining further on that. It is not Aryabhata and by Aryabhadiyam by Aryabhata or Laghu Bhaskariyam by Bhaskarayalam. Many studies after that, maybe 100, 200 years, people continued learning it. So we had scientific departments in our traditional universities, which has got Bhaskara 2 and all, had got Bijagadidam, the quite late, probably 1000 years back. 1100 and that time, 1100, that is the time in which Bhaskara 2 wrote Bijagadidam, the mathematics, the geometry. All such geometries were able to explain the shape of earth and the size of earth, different layers of earth, the planet positions, etc. So maybe in the subsequent days, 2-3 days again, we will spend some more time on different. Today we, just because of the sloka and the puja, I was dragged into geography. We will pick up something in chemistry, something in physics, something in mathematics, and maybe related to something as and when it comes. You could also do your own research to find out some of the slokas, and we could discuss that also. Right? That's what we will do in the coming days. So, namaskaram to each one of you. Today my net is not quite good, so I am not able to see all of you. Glad that at least a few more people are there. These are, understand, we are not doing a normal chanting and learning chanting. We are learning the meaning. Along with the chanting, probably we can pick it up. Some of the slokas which are of your interest, you try to learn, but don't. If there are some mistakes we need to correct it, you could post it to me the way you understood. Then probably the correction process we will take it up in the, so that whether you are able to capture what I wanted. But wait for the YouTube also, probably today or tomorrow I will post it. You could also listen once again on the same. That is another option which you have. Right? So, namaskaram to all of you for the day.
Namaste.
We will see tomorrow same time 4:30. Share it to some more people so that the benefit can be shared to others. Right?
Okay, Guru.
Thank you.